guys, and welcome back to more Immortals of Aveum. Now, last recording, we finished up the chapter where we met Sandrak, had a cool boss fight, and Sandrak has the Binding Stone. Absorbed a font. There's a lot more power. So now, we gotta deliver this portal stone to Selko.
Kirkin didn't say what that thing does.
Probably better you don't know, sir.
Is it though?
If you got captured.
Sure. It's just, if I knew the whole plan, it could be helpful, since I'm like, part of the plan. Am I right?
You have a point.
You aren't going to tell me, are you?
Nope.
Great. See you around, Captain.
Jak, Kirkin's asking for an update.
I delivered the portal stone to Captain Selko. What's next?
Rendezvous with the rest of us at Nocia. Our parley with Sandrak is imminent.
Parlay.
What?
Never heard anyone actually use that word.
It's the nerves.
Uh-huh. See you soon.
Oh, also, I did do a little bit of grinding. Still got an Ascension to use, which is good. I think if I recall correctly, the only ones I really did is... I think I did the Chaos Dominion and Red Adept. Or maybe it's just the Red Adept. And I think I can't remember if I did this Corrosion Beam or not. Regardless, I guess I'll just go through the trees really quick, just so you guys see what I got. Don't want to get that. Damage of all green strikes by 10%. Let's get that one. Green Acolyte. Oh, at least we got a bit of different stuff. Actually, it might have been the blue Sigil Focus. I can't remember. It's been a few days. Oh, and we do have new gear that I found in a chest. This Chaos Frag Fire. Or before I had the... what was it? Red Frag Fire. Where this is 0.1 slower, but the damage is 70 more, so I thought it was worth it. And besides that, we don't have any other new stuff, really. Alright, now we gotta meet Kirkin and Nocia. Wherever that's at. In Lucium, alright. Off from the plaza. But I think what I'll do for this is each recording I'll probably at least do, depending on how long or short they are, 1 or 2 chapters. Especially since it's getting a lot closer to a couple big games coming out. At which point I want to try to balance in a way, keeping this and some of the other series going, but also starting up the new stuff while continuing the stuff that I've already had started. It's gonna be a mess, but we'll definitely get there. Still don't exactly know what that correct blue spirit thing is. Oh no, I want this. Have we been here before? Yeah, we have. Okay. So it should be easy enough to get through, really. Especially since we are pretty strong. But since I've already been through here before, I'm not really going to worry about doing too much exploring. We'll do some, of course, but means I've already looked at a lot of the area. And this place does look
That's
familiar.
Nocia up ahead. Game face, Jak.
Nocia bridge portal unlocked. Yep. That was an active before, so that is some progress. Health crystal. Nice find. Yeah, one thing that definitely sucks though.
Uh-oh.
Oh, one of those big guys. I actually ran into one of those big guys when I was doing some grinding, actually. I lost the point I was trying to say, actually. Can't remember if that had anything to do with this guy or not. Ah, Kurt, come on, run. That was close. Well, when I was grinding, I fought one of these guys. They are tough. Not as bad as when we first fought it, except I guess this one I can't get to go slow. Bashers. Rare bracer. What does that do? 50% melee damage, 100 armor. Don't really... You see with those stats and all... Ooh. Oh, come on, gotta find the pattern of this thing. Some easy experience. That didn't hit it, what? That was a big enough area. Steady. Still didn't hit it, really? I mean, we don't necessarily have to hit it, but if I could, that'd be awesome. Ah, well, we'll just keep going on then. Don't want to spend too much time chasing it. Let's go to Nocia here.
Can I call dibs?
Not the time, Jak.
So, what's the plan?
To know, this all feels a bit improvisational, if I'm being honest.
You bring no banner?
Didn't feel the need.
I held a small hope you might see reason. Yet you remain the same Kirkin that made me abandon the Immortals years ago. Obsessed with victory, stranger to compromise. Your eye ever bent towards the world's ruin.
And you just want to save it.
I can. With this. Its mastery over the fonts means I can end the war.
You mean win the war? By turning the rest of us defenseless?
In our every meeting, a yipping pub.
Jak's right, though. You're not worthy of that power, Sandrak. Your airships bombed the free cities of the East and then wonder why they resist you now? The last order that surrendered to Rasharn, you burned their ambassadors alive. If my eye is ever bent towards the world's ruin, it's because I'm trying to stop the man causing so much of it.
Please, don't make me do this.
Captain Selko, You went mad. You didn't abandon us. You were exiled. And I'm still paying the price for not killing you.
Remember, this blood is on your hands.
It's the wound!
He's moving it!
We have to go! Now! Fall back!
Well, looks like that didn't go as planned. Not sure exactly what she was thinking there. Debrief in the war chamber.
Devin.
Jak, glad you're on your feet. That could have been so much worse. Took ages, but Zendara was finally able to dig you out of the rubble.
Oh, no, not her. I rather would have died. I'm never living that down.
Nope. Never.
How many did we lose?
Considering Sandrak just dropped a city into the wound, surprisingly few. But enough to have made his point. Kirkland's left the laboratory to talk with the king. He wants a full surrender after Nosea. There's even talk that Kirkland's emergency powers may be rescinded.
So who's in charge?
Zendara. And I'll warn you, she's in a bit of a mood.
Kind of on brand for her.
I heard that.
Whoops.
Meet us in the war chamber, Jak. We've come to the conclusion that we're in desperate need of a plan.
Oh, past the war chamber. Which is up there. Actually, let's see if this guy's got anything else to say. I'm curious.
Your lordship.
Jak?
I didn't see you at Nosea when we confronted Sandrak. Were you there?
Answered your own question there, no?
I mean, maybe that was the point. You not being seen. Like you were covering us or something.
Considering what happened, perhaps I should have been. But no, I was away taking care of a few things. An ambassador of Kylay caught wind of the meeting in Nosea. Thought they would show up with a delegation to show their support for Lucium's surrender.
Yeah, they didn't make it.
Funny that.
Talk to you later, Hauser.
I like Hauser. He's very suave. Makes you feel at ease.
Kirkin may be gone, but our job's still the same. Eliminating Sandrak and his hold over the fonts.
There are 5, right? He can't have them all yet. We may not know what the Binding Stone does, or how Sandrak uses it, but we can try and keep him away from the rest if all of us just... what?
The fonts are hidden from us, Jak. Invisible. Buried in the liminal spaces where the borders between Aveum and the Shrouded Realm are weakest.
We only know the location of 2. The Palathon is actually built around one, and the other is in the Tower of Masks in Risharn.
Which means Sandrak's already used the Binding Stone to absorb its power.
We have to assume he has.
Technically, we now know the location of 3 fonts, but the one in the Pale Forest is, well, you saw what happened to it.
So that leaves the last 2, and only Sandrak knows where they are. Fine. Pin that. We concentrate on the Binding Stone instead. We know where that is. We just need to learn how to shut it off. And fast.
Not necessarily. According to my research, a Thradakol takes a huge toll on its possessor. Sandrak will have to rest before doing another stunt like that. We may have a little time.
Which leads us to former Grand Magnus, Thaddeus. Kirkin's predecessor, now in exile. The oldest of us that still lives. By all accounts, he was an expert on Aristea. If there's a weakness to the very Aristean Binding Stone, he'll know about it. In theory.
Sticky wicket, the situation with Thaddeus.
That's not important.
Kind of feels like it is.
What Zendara means to say is it doesn't matter that Thaddeus hates the Immortals and everything we stand for because you'll undoubtedly figure out a way to convince him to help us. And a bonus potential setback because the universe is cruel. Like the remaining fonts, we also don't know where Thaddeus is.
His last known location was the Sky Islands of Oromon, digging through the archives at the Library of Akoth.
Okay, then what are we waiting for? I go to Oromon, make nice with a friendly librarian.
Actually getting to Oromon is difficult, Initiate. You're gonna need to learn how to ride a ley line. Devin, you're running support. Walk Jak through what he needs to do to get airborne.
Ready when you are, Jak.
Oh. Oh, so that explains why they're... Okay. It looked like there was points on the ley lines. Oh, we're already in Chapter 8. Nice.
Sir, about Oromon and what's his name? Thaddeus?
Were the mission parameters unclear?
No, sir. I just figured some more intel never hurts.
It hurts time, Initiate. Do you want to hurt time?
I don't know much about Oromon. Never been that far west in any of the fighting.
That's because Oromon dropped out of the Everwar a long time ago. Even before then, they remained largely neutral. Then their magical experiments cut them off from the rest of the kingdoms, and it didn't much matter anymore.
Cut off how?
I don't have time to give you a history lesson. Devin can catch you up. All you need to know at present is that the Oromic made it a bitch to get out to them. Hence your need to ride a ley line.
And what about the Oromic themselves?
What's left of them are nomads, migrating from one sky island to another in search of arcanum deposits. Also, they can be a pain in the ass to deal with when you're an outsider.
The guy I'm looking for, our former Grand Magnus, does he really hate the Immortals?
The feeling's mutual. Your job is to ignore all that and find out what he knows about the Binding Stone.
It'd be so much easier to ignore if I knew what it actually was.
Nice try.
Sir, come on.
Thaddeus was Kirkin's mentor. Sandrak's too, in a way. Then he bailed on the Order for reasons you don't need to know, leaving Kirkin to fill his position when she really didn't feel ready for it. She was a huge fan of that.
At least you're sending the new guy to navigate through all the complicated drama. All right, I'm good. Heading out.
Don't fuck this one up, Initiate.
Man, Zendaya really does not have faith in us.
You'll need a special spell to properly ride the ley lines, and a strong stomach.
Why? What's this spell like?
Like Lash, only more panic, vertigo, and fear of heights. Fortunately, there's a Shroud Fane in the Harrows where you can find one.
The Harrows over in Havenshire? Got it. All right, I'll be quick. But hey, you okay? We never really got to talk about what happened at Nicaea.
They're hard for me to pass, honestly. My feelings on all of that destruction. Call me when you have the spell and I'll tell you where we go from there.
Alright. Learn the grapple spell in Havenshire. Grapple spell. Ah, so maybe after you get in the grapple spell, I'll be able to also pull up to those? Maybe?
Glad to see you, Captain Soko. After what happened at Nicaea, I wasn't sure who made it.
Sir,
Everything okay? That's a dumb question, isn't it?
my husband lost his son at Nicaea. It was a disaster. And well, he was one of the many soldiers I brought through with the portal stone.
I'm so sorry, Captain. But no one knew how powerful Sandrak had become. That's not on you.
Don't. There's no scenario where I'm blameless in this.
Do you want to talk about it?
You probably don't want to know how I really feel. My thoughts aren't very kind towards the Magni at the moment. I'm afraid I might speak out of place. And I'm afraid I might not care if I did.
Go ahead. You know I won't take it personally.
I know, sir, but it's just... the lightless live and die according to the rather monstrous whims of the Magni, wouldn't you say? Nicaea was the perfect example of that.
Yeah. It feels like it sometimes. I grew up without any real magic, and, well, there's a reason my family and I had to hide out in the Underbridge.
To find a life, instead of living the one the Magni would give you. It takes its toll. the structure of it all.
Yeah. Something like that.
Forgive me, sir. I'm just still shaken by the whole ordeal. I'll find myself in time.
I like him. I feel bad for the loss, though. It was kind of interesting to learn that he had a husband. And his husband's son. Alright. Back to... Oh! Over at... No, see a bridge. Okay, cool. So, pretty close where we were before. I don't remember there being a shroud thing around there, though. Oh, crap. Blue spell, blue. I can't believe I missed all those shots. And I'm already down to 1 health crystal. Well, that was a bust. Whoa. Yeah, he sure did cause some destruction there. There, we at least got some essence. And one thing I definitely want to get, though, upgrade-wise, is the crystals upgrades. Where if I'm going to get any, I prefer to get the crystal upgrades. Wait, so where are we going from here, then? Oh, up there? Huh. And for the crystal upgrades, I'm referring primarily to the health shards one. Mana one's great and all, but I don't really use those crystals that much, so that one wouldn't necessarily be in my best interest. What? Greater Leylodon. No wonder there's some health crystals littered about. Doing some pretty good damage, though. I'm glad I got this really good gauntlet. Otherwise, it would be a bit tougher. One thing I have noticed, both from when I was grinding and while I'm playing right now, is I really need to use the shield more. Because the shield is very, very useful. Ooh. Seren Maelstrom. Half the damage. Torrent damage goes up. We're not going to swap to that because I don't use Torrent that much. So it'll kind of be a waste. Saw that out of the corner of my eye. But it seems like really the only way, or not necessarily the only way, but the best way to to get some health stones is by either progressing through the story, so when you go to new areas, there's a higher chance you'll actually get some, or oh dang, I lost a lot of mana somehow. Or by taking down the more powerful enemies. Alright, so this through here. Grapple Thane. So are we gonna learn it and have to pass the trial? Yep, that looks exactly like what we're gonna do. Aim at lash anchors and hold lash to pull yourself towards them. Nope, need lash. Interesting. Press square to ride a ley line, allowing you to travel quickly or find secret areas. I like the secret areas part. Oh, that's sick. That we actually ride underneath. That's so cool. Is it only for a certain range, though, that we're able to do that? Or certain points? I guess so. Only at those gateway looking parts. That's still some pretty darn cool traversal right there. Nice. So now we can use those. That wasn't too bad at all. That was quite easy. I was expecting quite a bit of challenge in
Where
this
do I head
thing.
next? I've got the spell I need to ride the ley lines.
Splendid. The ley line we need to get to Orphan is close by.
Heading your way then.
So can we choose to drop at any point then? Yep, you can explore. Alright. Hey, there was a chest up here. Let's go. Now we can just hop right in. Wow. That seems kind of, not overpowered, but very, very user-friendly here. So we're in Havenshire, which I believe we've been there before. Now we're in Greyvale. Except a different part. Okay. Now we're at Lordsfell. Map's a little bit difficult to read and keep track of, especially with all the icons on the map. Like, holy crap. A lot of them aren't collectibles and are supposed to be more to tell you on things that there are, points and so on, but makes it difficult. Ah, Devon. Okay. I don't get why I have to go behind him.
Some view, huh? If magical post-apocalyptic vistas are your thing.
What the hell happened out there?
The Gatorond. Mix stupid ideas with bold, magical experiments and blow your own kingdom to pieces.
Wait, they did it to themselves?
Indeed. So, the mission. Go to the archives at the Library of Akoth in Orman. See if we can find any trace of Thaddeus, and find out if he knows anything about the Binding Stone. You ready to leave now? Or do you want...
So the Gatorond, huh? All I'd heard about Orman was that they gave up fighting in the Everwar, what, 20 years ago?
More or less. They basically ground themselves to sand. They didn't so much give up as vanish awkwardly from the stage.
What happened?
A populist faction with a fiery name that I can't remember took over the Ormic government. They advocated for an equal ownership of magic, not just between Magni, but among the Lightless as well. They believed that by distributing magic evenly, the world would finally be able to work towards an end to the Everwar. Can you imagine? I mean, look where it got them.
Maybe? Part of me absolutely can.
Dynastic magical traditions, thousands of years old, versus some upstart idea of shared magic that results in the destruction of roughly a fifth of the continent? I'll trust my overly stringent forebears, thank you very much.
Back at the Palathon, it felt like you really wanted to tell me something about Thaddeus, but Zendara wouldn't let you.
He's a touchy subject, and Zendara's very protective of Kirkin. She'd be happy if we never talked about him at all. Thaddeus and Kirkin, they hate each other, more or less. You know about our secret duty as stewards of Lucia? The Immortals' mandate and such?
Yeah?
I poke around. I snoop. Tremendous deficit of character, I know. Evidently, there's another more deeper, extreme version of that mandate that only the Grand Magnus and their immediate confidants know about. Some task they're expected to do at some point. Turns out Thaddeus resigned as Grand Magnus and exiled himself before doing this super secret thing. Whatever it is.
He just dropped a bombshell of saying there's something very secret of a deeper mandate. Man has no idea what it is.
After you.
Let's see if I remember how to do this.
I could get used to that.
Give me a portal any day. There's a very high vomit probability for me right now.
Suck it up, buddy. We need to get to...
Jak!
Hey, I'm Jak. This is Devin. Thanks for the assist. Well, what's your name?
Kenzie. You're Lucians, aren't you?
Also, Immortals. Just to be clear.
Is that a literal thing?
What? No, we can die. It's just
Good.
like...
Then stay back.
Hey, watch it!
Jak, I may have neglected to mention that the Ormic are notoriously territorial underneath their Bohemian facade.
Oh, that's rich. Coming from a pampered classist jackboot masquerading as some champion of justice.
Look, we're just looking for someone that was here a little bit ago.
I love neo-anarchist pablum as much as the next weak-kneed revolutionary. But I think we can both admit it loses its luster when it ultimately results in the destruction of your entire kingdom.
That's not what happened, and you imperialist fuckos know it.
Oh, did I say kingdom? I'm sorry. I meant a failed collective that's now just a stretch of gravity-challenged rocks. Maybe the next wrong-headed egalitarian social experiment with magic fares a bit better than all of this unchecked calamity.
Wow. Does he always love to hear himself talk this much?
Well, Jak?
I mean, I can't say no. Look, how about we table the culture clash for a bit, huh? We came here on a mission to keep Sandrak from winning the Everwar. Maybe you can help us.
Who? You know what? Scratch that. It's not like I care who wins that stupid war. The sooner someone does, the sooner you can all get out of Orman.
You don't know who Sandrak is?
Nope. But I figure since you're Lucian, he's from Asharn. Same thing, really.
Different flags. Same oppressive totalitarian magic-hoarding police state. Am I doing it right?
Unhelpful.
You're on your own. Mind the road. These chronicler constructs are everywhere. Started spilling out of the library months ago. And you'll be happy to know that there are plenty of Rasharnians around, too. You can keep trying to prove which one of you has the right to determine the lives of the rest of us.
Hey, wait up. We really are here to save the world.
Let her go.
With the Rishanians and these chroniclers about, we really could use someone that knows the territory. I'll catch up with her and...
Be nicer?
Good plan. You push forward to the library and we'll meet you there. She'll come around.